Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you for subscribing. Please, if you're yet to subscribe, kindly touch on the subscribe button to subscribe and also click on the notification bell to be the first to be notified whenever I upload new video. In today's tutorial, we are going to be making a short flake gown and a front turn up. So let's get started. Okay, first we are going to be cutting the down part of our gown, and this is how I'm going to fold it. This is the edge of the Ankara fabric I'm working with. Hold the two edges like this, giving us a triangle. So this is it. Our fabric is now folded into two, and the gown length I'm working with is 42 inches and the half length is 16 inches. 42 minus 16 inches for half length, it will give us 26 inches. For the down part, I'll be working with 26 inches length, and the width I'm working with is 41 inches. 41 divided by 4 will give us 10.2. I'll mark out 10.2 here. So this is where I'm going to be taking my measurement from. I'll be adding 1.5 inch for seam allowance. So now I will measure out 26 inches length here. So I'll be adding 1 inch for folding allowance. I'll be using half inch for the down part and half inch for joining allowance here. So now we'll measure out 27 inches round. So I'll measure out 27 inches. This is how I'm measuring out 27 inches. I'm going to connect this. So I will go ahead and cut it out. So this is it. I will use this one now to cut out the back side. So this is it. For the back side, you get the front one and place it on top of your fabric, and also leave your zipper allowance. I'll be using 1.5 inch for zipper allowance. That's what you're seeing here. So I will cut this side out, cut here, and also cut this out. So this is it. For the back side of our gown, I will use this one now to cut out exactly the same thing for the second back panel. This is it. The next thing is to cut the upper part of our gown. Upper part, I'm cutting both the front and the back sides together. First, I'm going to be folding my fabric into two. Also mark out my zipper allowance. I'm using 1.5 inch for zip allowance. So I'll also mark it out here. Use my ruler to connect it. So this is my zipper allowance. So I will not fold it again. My folding will stop at this zip line here. The fabric is now folded into 4, and the half length I'm working with is 16 inches. I will measure out 16 inches here, so I'll be adding 1 inch for joining allowance, making it 17 inches. So I'm marking out 17 inches here. This is it, 17 inches together with joining allowance. So I will now start my measurement from this place close to the zip line. I'll take my shoulder measurement. The shoulder that I'm working with is 17 inches. 17 divided by 2 will give us 8.5 inches. Still on this line, I will mark out 3 inches for shoulder slope. Now where I mark my shoulder measurement, I will go down here by 1 inch to get my shoulder slope. So I will connect it. This is for my shoulder slope. From this 1 inch that I move down here, I'll take my armhole measurement. The armhole I'm working with is 18 inches divided by 2 will give us 9 inches. I'll also mark a straight line here. Now from this point, I will move in here by 1.5 inch to get my armhole curve. They still divide this armhole measurement by 2. That's 9 divided by 2 will give us 4.5. I'll then from this 4.5 curve it to this 1.5 inches. The bust I'm working with is 45 inches. 45 divided by 4. Remember our fabric is folded into 4, so we are dividing our bust and waist measurement by 4. It's only shoulder measurement and armhole measurement that we are dividing by 2. The bust I'm working with is 45 inches divided by 4 will give us 11.25. So I will mark out 11.2. Then add 1.5 inch for seam allowance. The waist I'm working with is 41 inches. 41 divided by 4 will give us 10.2. So I will mark out 10.2. Also mark 1 inch for that, and 1.5 inches for seam allowance, and connect. For the neckline, for the width, I will use 4 inches for the width. For the front depth, I will use 5 inches. For the back depth, I will use 1.5 inches. It will be a round neck. So I will connect this. Also connect the front neckline. So I will go ahead and cut it out. For the neckline, first of all, cut the back side, then raise it up like this and cut the front neckline. So I'm going to be opening the front neckline. I'll use 2.5 inches for it. this is it for the upper part of our gown. Then for the facing that I'll be using for this front, I need to notch this. I need to notch this. This is the right side of our front, and I'm going to be using a black fabric for the facing. So I'm going to use this black fabric for it, and this black fabric is 4 inches width. It's 4 inches width, and it's the same length with this half length. So I'm going to, for this 4 inches width, I'm going to fold with ½ inch from this side, ½ inch from this side. At the end, it will give us 3 inches, and also hold it down here. I'm going to stitch it down here, then open it up before turning it with my lining. For the down part of our gown, I'm going to turn this side with this black fabric here. I'm going to stitch it up like this, then turn it up before turning the fabric with lining. I also repeat the same thing on this other part of our gown. Okay, this is it, the back side. This is the front side. Guys, that also join this front upper part and the down side together. So I join them like this, and this is the sleeve. This is the two back side. I'll still mark out 1.5 inches that I left area for zip allowance. Down to the gown length, I will mark 1.5 inches down to this place. This is it, 1.5 inch for zip allowance. So the length of my zip, I'll be using 20 inches for the zip. So I'm going to piece zip from here to this place and then close this place up. So I'll quickly go to my machine and attach zip to this and close this place up. This is it, I've finished inserting zip. Now I'm going to join these two shoulders together, and this is how I'm going to join. Get this front side of the shoulder and the back one, place it like this. Separate the fabric and the lining, then use the lining to turn it over like this. So when you turn it up, the two fabric will be facing each other while the two lining will be facing each other. Then stitch it from here. So I'm going to stitch with ½ inch, and also repeat it on this other side of the shoulder before taking body measurement. So this is the two shoulder. I've joined them together. Now is to take body measurement, and at the hemline, this is what I use. I first of all join this black material on top of this fabric, turn it over before turning the fabric with lining. Next thing I have to do is to take body measurements. So I'll be dividing by 2. I will take my bust measurement, divide by 2. Also check what is remaining, divide it into two, take from here and take from here. Also take waist measurement, then close it up with seam allowance down to the hemline. And I didn't insert any dart on the down panel of our gown. The dart is only on this upper part, so I will go ahead and close it up. This is it. I finished joining both sides together with body measurement, and I'm going to be attaching a pocket to this gown. To attach pocket, you measure from your armhole, measure 9 inches down to this place. Measure 9 inches from your armhole, or you can take 2 inches from your half length down to this place. Then for the pocket hole, you can decide to use 6 or more than 6. So I'll be using 7 inches. So from here to here will be open, where I'll be inserting pocket. So I'll also measure the same thing on this side of the gown. And for the pocket, I'm going to use this. And for the pocket, you place your hand like this. So this is it. If you want this place, you can still measure here. So this is enough for me. This is for one pocket. I'll use this one to cut out extra 2 like this for the second pocket. This is it for the 2 pockets. So I'm going to stitch here like this. I will leave space here, maybe 1 or 1.5 inches, where I'll be joining it like this. So I'm going to stitch it around this place and also stitch this place. This is it. I've finished joining them together, and this is right side facing towards the right side, while the wrong side is outside like this. So I'm going to attach this. Remember, this side will be facing down, so you open it up like this. Stitch here, also stitch here, then close this side up. That will be all for the pocket. For the sleeve, this is how I'm going to attach the sleeve. This is the midpoint. So this midpoint will be here at this shoulder, same line here. Use office pin to hold it. Then stitch this side down to this place. Also stitch this side down to this place before closing these 2 sides up. So this is it. This is the pocket. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Please, if you're here to subscribe, kindly touch on the subscribe button to subscribe, and also touch on the notification bell to be the first to be notified whenever I upload new video. See you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.